So in the wake of the Christianity Today article, and by the way, Christianity Today, for anybody who doesn't know, they say they are a prominent evangelical publication. Their editor published an op-ed condemning President Trump, calling for his impeachment because of the Democrats' Ukraine nonsense, and because of President Trump's so-called lack of moral character. The editor's words, not mine. This publication tried to shame evangelical Christians for voting and for supporting President Trump. And a lot of people, a lot of Christians, have been wondering in the wake of this article, as a Christian, can I support President Trump? As a Christian, can I vote for President Trump? And so tonight, let's break this down. The first objection from the holier-than-thou never-Trumpers is that character matters. They claim President Trump, because he's been married 3 times, divorced twice, formerly bragged about his promiscuity, they claim he lacks moral character. Okay, first of all, character does matter. Of course character matters. But we've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Imagine if the only people who were allowed to lead our country were those without sin. I mean, Congress would be pretty empty. But in all seriousness, of course, personal character matters. And it would be ideal if all leaders were moral role models. But personal character is not the only kind of character that's important in a public official. What else matters? The impact a president has on the moral character of our nation. This is what I mean. Take President Obama, for example. He seems like a fairly good guy in his personal life. Married for 25-ish years, father to 2 daughters. Great. Good for him, sincerely. That's good personal character. But what about his moral impact on the character of our nation? That was abysmal. Obama refused to vote for medical care for babies born alive after botched abortions. Born alive. He attacked religious liberty. He undercut traditional marriage. He celebrated the transgender ideology. He stifled free speech and put government in control, violating the inherent liberty and free will given to us by our Creator. Now contrast that with President Trump. What is President Trump's impact on the moral character of our nation? He's the most pro-life president in our nation's history. He's keeping at least some taxpayer money away from Planned Parenthood. He's appointed 2 pro-life constitutional justices to the United States Supreme Court. He's lowered taxes, protected religious liberty, and people like Jack Phillips, who were targeted by anti-Christian zealots. He's championed free speech, self-defense, national security, and a strong economy that fosters the free will and inherent liberty given to all Americans by our Creator. You can also look at it this way. The holier-than-thou never-Trumpism serves as a spoiler. And if you spoil President Trump's chances of winning re-election, then what do you get? Bernie Sanders? Elizabeth Warren? How does this make you conservative, first of all, but how does it protect Christian values? How does it make you different than the radical leftists? Because never-Trumperism offers no alternatives except online virtue signaling and shaming of Christians who vote for President Trump. So what would they have instead? A radical leftist championing 1 million abortions a year? A President Warren wearing a Planned Parenthood scarf at her inauguration? President Bernie Sanders banning Christians from serving in public office like he tried to do with OMB Director Russell Vought because of Vaught's belief in the gospel. There's absolutely no moral superiority in that.